Welcome. I'm Jamie Tyler, and this is the Love Aligned podcast, where I share tips on honoring yourself and healing happens. Let me share my healing journey with you. So today we're going to be talking about how to honor yourself. And this is really hard for some people. And when I say some, I'm probably talking most people. I mean, this is hard for me too. It's something that we don't understand because it's not something that we do all the time. So I'm just going to go over some things though, because I didn't even know what it meant to honor yourself. And sometimes I'm wondering, do I even know what it means? Ever since I can remember, I have never felt like I have ever come first. I mean, except for I was the first child, so I did come first there. I guess I was first. But as the oldest child, I have always taken care of my younger siblings. These are things they may not remember, but these are things that I do remember. And as the oldest, I'm going to probably remember a lot more than they will anyways. But my dad did work, obviously, a lot, like most dads. And my mom, she just had 5 kids at home. So think about it. You have 5 kids close in age. She's pretty overwhelmed. I mean, I get overwhelmed with my kids, so I understand. And she did go through 5 C-sections. So you have a child after a child after a child, and that 5 times. And then C-sections, you are healing. Your body goes through all these things. And not only that, I mean, there's depression. And these are things that they probably didn't even know about back then, postpartum depression. These things that are coming up in the last few years aren't things that they even talked about then. So she honestly slept a lot. She was in her room a lot. And I just remember really doing a lot. I remember as the oldest child of these 5 of us, so there's 4 other siblings. I remember doing laundry. I do remember cooking, cleaning, just all sorts of things. So as long as I can remember, I have been taking care of someone. I've been taking care of other people. And so throughout my life, there's just always been somebody. And it's never seemed to stop because now I have kids. Now I'm a mom. I'm a wife. So I've always just felt overwhelmed and tired, to be honest. And this feeling of wanting to run away and never come back is truth. Like, I have felt this so many times. And I can't even imagine how many people feel this. I can't imagine how many times my own mother probably wanted to just run away from it all. I mean, it's overwhelming. It's hard. And I still feel this way sometimes, and it can be hard. And this is why it is so important to honor yourself, to take care of you. I do look back and wonder, though, like, holy cow, like, think about it. What is my mom feeling? What did she feel then? Was there even any help then like there is now? Did they even talk about it? And I really don't think they did. I really don't think these things are really talked about then. It's just like yeah, toughen up. That's just what you do. So on a generational level, when we talk about healing or anything with healing, honoring ourselves, healing of any sort, we have to think generationally too, because this is passed down. The way that the thinking happens, the way that the moms took care of themselves, the way our grandmothers did. This has just been something that's been passed down. I don't want this passed down to my daughters. I want them to know it's okay. It's okay to take care of you. It's okay to cry. It's okay to go in your room. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to not want to face the world today. But you do need to step back up. You need to stand up in your power. You need to get back up on that pedestal and be the goddess that you are. No matter what, at the end of the day, that's what needs to happen. So I'm going to go over some ideas on how to honor ourselves. What are ways that we can do this? Because there are so many ways. So I'll probably, obviously not go over all of them. But what are some? This is a start. This is something that can help us along the way. And just remembering that our daughters are going to become moms. And being a mom is hard. We have to remember it takes a toll on our bodies. And not just that, our health, our mental health, our physical, our emotional, our spiritual. And if we don't honor ourselves, it gets worse, right? So this is something that if we start doing it now, it's never too late, but if we start doing it now, we can teach our daughters, our granddaughters, these tips and let them know it's okay. When they're feeling a certain way, it's okay, but we got to stand back up. We got to honor us, get back up there and move on because we've got this. So the truth is, some of us really do. In all honesty, we focus on taking care of other people. We focus on it so much that we forget to take care of ourselves. We just simply forget. I mean, we just don't give back to ourselves. We're just so in the mood or in just the everyday going about taking care of everyone else. We're taking care of our kids, getting them places, school events or games, or in my case, was football for my boys, or dance, drill for my daughters, singing lessons, these types of things, back and forth to school. This takes up a lot of time. And then at the end of the day, we're tired, right? We don't want to do anything. We just want to lay there. We want to sleep. We don't even want to cook half the time, but we've got to cook. We've got to clean. We've got to make sure the laundry's done, make sure the kids are still taken care of. And so we just forget. We forget to give back to ourselves. We forget to take care of us. So one thing I do tell a lot of my clients that do come to me, they need to start honoring themselves, their needs, their desires, they need to give back what they give. You've got to have that exchange of energy. Treat yourself with the same kindness and love that you are giving. Why are we so present for other people? Think about that. Why? Why are we so present for other people? Why are we so present for our devices, our phones, our TVs? Why are we so present for those? Why are we trying to please everyone else? What does this do for us? Trying to please other people? Think about it. What does this really do? Why are we not trying to please ourselves? Why do we get into our heads and think it's selfish? These are all things that people will say, well, I've got to be present for this person, or I've got to please this person, or, it's selfish to think of me. It's selfish to take time out. It's selfish for me to think that I want to run away sometimes. These are not selfish thoughts. These are things that need to happen to be in a state of consciousness to start healing. We have to heal. Healing is super important for all of us, whether we're mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, children. It is time to break this cycle. So let's break the cycle. And it does start with us. So let me tell you, it is not, and I'm going to say it again, it is not selfish. Redefine that word. Redefine the word selfish. Spending the time nurturing your own individual needs is not selfish. In order for you to care and love those around you with intensity and with passion, it is important for you to look after you first. It's important for you. Look after you first. Your needs, your desires are first. Self-care is not self-indulgent. It is an act of self-preservation. Change the wording. Change the meaning. Right? Because if we don't, we're going to stay stuck. And we don't want to be stuck. We've already been stuck. We're stuck now. And we want to get out of that thing or idea or thought in our head that keeps us there. So let's redefine the word. And just remember, self-care is not self-indulgent. It's not. It's an act of self-preservation. We have to do this for us. Spend time with your thoughts and feelings. We like to talk to others about our thoughts and feelings, and then we pick it apart and we justify it. But do we sit with them? Because it's easy to talk to other people. And I understand, because we all need that someone to talk to. We need that person that we can trust, that we can say whatever we need to, and they won't judge us. And we need to be able to release our thoughts. We need to be able to release our feelings without being judged. But have you ever just spent time with your own thoughts and feelings without picking it apart? Do you sit with them? Do you really feel them? We're really afraid to feel the emotion. We're afraid of the pain. We're afraid of failure, afraid of not having it together, just simply losing control. So we ignore the feelings. That's what happens. So we distract ourselves. We distract ourselves. This is where more problems will arise, though. I don't know about you, but the distractions sometimes are a lot. I mean, think about what it turns into. There's people that will shop away their feelings. They'll go on a shopping spree. They'll go change their hair. They will go cut it off, chop it off, change coloring of their hair. They will go buy something extravagant. They don't even have the money for it, but they'll go do it. They'll go on a vacation. I don't know what they just do these crazy things. We do crazy things because we ignore the feelings. So we distract ourselves. But this does cause more problems. We don't need these problems to arise. We need to get rid of these problems and not do the crazy thing. As much fun as it can be, right? We don't want to do it. And we need to spend more and more time sitting with our feelings and really feeling them. Not having this disconnect, because we're already causing disconnect. We're already causing resentment. How are you honoring yourself with those feelings? So really sit with the thought, the emotion, and feel it. Just really listen to it. And it's not easy to do. Even me, I have a hard time doing this. And I'll be the first to admit, this is so hard. And sometimes I like to skip it because I'm like, I can't do this today. I can't sit with it. I can't feel it. I don't want to feel it. I don't want the emotion. I don't want any of it. But in reality, we're here to heal together. This is the whole point of me doing this podcast, is to heal with you, because we all need it. So really sit with the thought, sit with the emotion, and feel it. And don't be afraid of it. Get rid of the fear. Surrender. Surrender to the thoughts and feelings. Another good thing to do, about like honoring yourself and just getting out there and getting things done, is really staying physical. This is something that has helped me, whether I'm walking, you go to the gym, it doesn't matter, just stay physical. It releases endorphins and it really gets you out of your head. But just get out in the sun or night sky, breathe in the air, even if it's for 5 minutes a day. Just do it. It feels amazing. Get endorphins released. Stay physical. I am not much of a hiker. I really don't care to go hiking. And these big hikes that everyone talks about, I'm like, ooh, that looks so fun. And oh my gosh, I would love to do it. But in reality, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go hike miles and miles. It looks beautiful once you get there, right? But I would rather have like just an easy walk, go up on the mountain or something, sit there and breathe the air for a minute and then go back. That's like my hike. So I'm not a good hiker. My kids, the other day, my girls, it's their spring break, and they talked me into just getting out. So I went. I didn't like it for a minute, but then I ended up loving it. And there's a place I used to go when I was in school-aged, right? High school, middle school with friends. They call it the Narrows, and it's up on this red hill. And I am like, I am not going to fit in that. I am old now and I am not in high school anymore. I will not fit through that. And I remember a few years ago actually going with some friends, and I could not get up it. I was like, there's no way I could get up this. I wouldn't fit. And I couldn't a few years ago. And I was able to get through there. I felt so good. It was just an accomplishment, this little thing, just getting out in the sun. It was a little chilly, but getting out in the sun and being physical. And my girls were running all over the mountain, and it was just fun watching them. And in the beginning, it was super chilly, and then I'm chasing them around, and now I'm hot, and it feels good. It feels good to get out. I'm glad they talked me into it. I'm glad it wasn't this crazy hike. It was pretty simple. I mean, my youngest is still too young probably for crazy stuff. But it was nice getting out. It was nice being able to actually get out and release and be able to really enjoy that fresh air and the sun. And, there's just so much that the last few years has happened and it's gone on that's really hindered us, and we've let it. And so it was really nice to get out and do that. So just stay physical. Do whatever you need to do that. And like I said, it only needs to be 5 minutes a day. Eventually, I would want to move up more than 5 minutes a day, but 5 minutes a day, just breathing in the air, whether it's in the night sky, the sun, just getting out there and really breathing it in and taking in that fresh air, walking, whatever it is, just staying physical. Another thing is starting something new. Sometimes we're so afraid to start something new. It doesn't have to cost anything to start anything new. It doesn't have to be this huge, extravagant thing. It could be simple. Get creative. Start writing again if you liked to write. Start writing again. Bring that creativity back. Paint. I am not a painter, but I remember a year ago, my little one wanted to paint, and I was like, okay. So I got on a canvas and started painting. I don't even know what I was painting, but it ended up being really pretty. It was just like watercolors, but it was kind of cool. It was creative. I felt good. I liked the colors as they came together. It doesn't have to look like anything or be anything, but put your feeling into it. Just get creative. Garden, right? Start something. And just really take the time to find who you are again. We lose ourselves. We really do. We lose ourselves in becoming parents, becoming mothers. We lose ourselves because we are so into our children and what they are doing. We love our children. It doesn't mean that we love them any less because we're trying to honor ourselves. It doesn't mean that we don't want to spend time with them because we want time for ourselves. Take a bath by yourself. No kids. Get out of here. It's my time, right? Do something for yourself. You don't have to go do these extravagant things. Most of the time, those extravagant things make you feel good for a minute. But do something that makes you feel good all the time. Something that you can do all the time. Stand outside, put your feet in the ground, ground yourself to the earth, ground yourself in the sand, the dirt, the grass, the cement, wherever you're at. Close your eyes and just breathe in that beautiful air. Ask, what should I do? Usually, if you really are sitting there and you're really wanting to know, what should I do to be creative? You'll figure it out. Writing, painting, gardening. You could even just take a walk, go to a duck pond, take your kids can be involved with something creative by going to the park. They get to play and you get your breathing room. But really, baths are so amazing and they help you sleep. You sleep better at night usually when you take a bath. So these are all things that will help honor yourself. Just saying yes to you. Saying yes. Just say yes. This is for me. Take the time for you to start something new. Start now. Don't wait to do these things and honoring yourself. We always put ourselves on the back burner. We always do that. And then we always say, I'll start now, or I'll start next week, or I'll start next week. And we never start because we keep talking about how we're going to do it, and then we never do it. So let's do it. Let's do this together. Let's start together, honoring ourselves, saying yes to us. Protect your boundaries. Remember to always protect your boundaries. Your time, your energy that really means really making time for you. Protect that. This means your time and energy is for you. Make that time for you. Protect that time. Protect that space for you. If you can put together, even if it's only 20 minutes a week or 15 minutes a week for you, do that. Meditate, breath work, whatever you want to do. Just say yes. Protect your boundaries, your time, your energy, and really make that time to do it. Don't let it go sliding past you week after week, month after month, year after year. The change starts with you, and you've got to start now. Honoring yourself, bringing back that healing, bringing back who you really are, bringing back this beautiful, beautiful person. Because when we can honor who we are, when we can really look at who we are and understand who we really are, it is easier to understand other people. It is easier to look at other people with more love. But if you can't even do that for yourself, it makes it really hard to do it for other people. I am challenging each of you to start something new. I am challenging each of you to try and stay physical. Really spend time with your thoughts and feelings. Really redefine that word, selfish. Spending time nurturing you, your own individual needs. Really doing it though, and not forgetting who you are in this process anymore. Leveling up. Remembering to level up. Not forgetting. I am so excited, again, to be on this journey with you. This is going to be amazing. Some of the time I'll have a lot to say, and some of the time I won't have as much to say. This is just the beginning. But remember, you are important. Remember, you choose your peace. Remember, we are all love and light, and we all deserve love. We all deserve to feel our worth. And until next time, this is your energy esthetician. Thanks for joining me on the Love Align podcast. Tune in for the next show. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Love Align Podcast. Don't forget you can private message me as well if you need remote healing or in person. You can email me at lovealignpodcast@gmail.com for questions as well. Have a beautiful day and happy healing.